Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. This is going to be my Subculture number 2 look. I'm hoping to go a little cooler this time using the teals and the blues. I'm going to play with it and we'll see what happens, right? As you can kind of tell behind me, I have changed out some of my curtains. I finally got the ones I wanted up. I will be using today my Eco Tools Juvia's Place, and I've been playing with the Real Technique brushes. The majority of them I'm not impressed with, but there's a couple good ones in there. Okay, let's start out with, we're going to start out with a double-ended Eco Tools, the fluffy and shader end. It's a dual pack. You get 2 different brushes with that pack. Alrighty, first color I think I'm going to go in is I'm going to hit Edge. Remember, lightly touching. 1 tap. That's all. I got all that with 1 tap. I do have Ulta's Eden Eye Primer on, and I have Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on. You could probably knock it off if you wanted. I don't, because I touch it so lightly. But yeah. Definitely. That's such a pretty yellow too, right? But definitely blending it up out of the crease and up a little bit. Everybody knows I have a little bit of I have deep set eyes with a deep fold with a slight hood. That would be the description I would give my eyes. So I tend to go right in and a little above. Again, 1 tap, and gently. I'm not pounding it. I'm just barely tapping. And I'm just fluffing it in. A lot of people are like, oh, they place it very gently with a shader and then they come back and blend it in. This is just how I like to do it. This is how I like to paint, if you will. See, when I paint a regular canvas, it's crazy because I tend to just go all over the place. Use 3 or 4 different techniques for the same painting. So again, I'm blending it up out of my crease and into the upper brow. Side's a little stronger. That does happen with me because I'm not always equal when how I put in pressure. Like I said, this one is a little trial and error. You got to play with it a little bit more. But once you get it, it's just like oil painting. Once you understand how to do it, it's not hard. You just got to do it. I'm going to bring this in a little bit more. I didn't get quite in as much as I did on the other side. But yeah. Just learning how to play with it. Having way too much fun. These are the colors of my living room, you guys, also FYI. This is like kind of the pillow I based my living room off of. And then I added the teal in. I got new couch cushions. And when I looked at them, they were solid blue. And when I got them, they were blue with pink. Almost a turquoisey pink. Turquoisey. Jesus, I just said turquoisey pink. With a copper salmon pink. I'm not happy about that. I haven't decided if I'm keeping them or sending them back. I'm like, well, I could just recover them. Really good deal. But I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. Alrighty. Now that we've got that fluffed in. And it's pretty much even. Just a little bit more right here. Yeah, there we go. Trying to get 2 eyes equal. I understand the struggle. Okay, there's the yellow, or edge as they like to call it. Let's hit Untamed. I know it's more green than the blue I was thinking to play with, but we'll see. I just got 1 tap again, gently, and coming in and hitting that outside V. I think I'm going to go back to that tapping motion, because I like how it plays the darker shades. Just slightly into the V, not much. Just blending it out. See how just simple. Nothing over the top. 1 tap again and go do the other side. Hope everybody's having a great day. Tell me down below what is your favorite color out of this palette, if you have it. If you don't, I understand. Not everybody bought it, and some people who bought it returned it because they found it too hard to use. And that's completely acceptable. There's nothing wrong if you don't like it returning it. I'm I keep forgetting to take the box. I've got it all packaged up. My Hourglass Edit 3, I'm going to return it. I've got it in the package. I've got this label on it. But I have to go and drop it off. I keep forgetting to. It's my bad. If I get past it, it's nobody's fault but my own. So I actually tapped into the Untamed again. Yeah, just gently tapping. You don't get the knockout like the other ones. I'm going to deepen up just that outside corner. Grab just a little bit more for this side. Yeah, deepen up that outside corner. Okay. Now this is where, do I take it up to the crease and try to blend it in? Or do I leave it in the outside corner? I think I'm going to leave that one in the outside corner. And we're going to go grab Destiny. I'm going to switch brushes though now. I'm going to switch over to my Juvia's Place, the fluffy one. You know what? No, let's not do that. Let's do the Juvia's Place flat brush. I would call it a shadow or concealer brush. And pick up Destiny. Oh, I touched it twice. I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm getting knockout. So if you only touch it once, you don't get the knockout like you do if you touch it twice. Once, like I said, just the one side. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put it so the shadow is facing up. And I'm going to go into my crease with my eye open. I'm just applying it on the outside of the V. Okay, now I've got the general area where it belongs. I'm going to come back and pack in a little bit more. There we go. Now taking a clean brush that is fluffy, that's what I grabbed the Eco tool for. I'm going to blend that edge just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Perfect. Exactly what I was going for, that because I'm using Destiny like a cross between on these colors. Okay, same routine. Tap once into the crease. If you don't have a crease, you can just apply it right away as your crease. Ooh, I gotta be careful here. Okay, now we're gonna take that shader and again blend that edge. I had hauled my I grab it and put a little bit more in that corner. I didn't quite get enough. Sorry, I had hauled the Mega Book Pro 3 from the Rock, and I gotta be honest, I'm just gonna deepen this side up a little bit more. I was playing with it, and the pigment's similar to the 3, but, you know, I think people were raving about it because at the time it really was great for what it was. But it's about the same as the 3 in quality, so I'm like, and the colors are the warmer version, which I do like playing with them. But after playing with this one, and the Queen of Hearts, I have to really work with the Lorac formula to build it up where I used to love it. And it's just because all these newer formulas are coming out that are either more intensely pigmented or they're just great quality. And then you go to something like that and you're like, it's good, but it's not the best out there. And the Real Technique brush I'm using, it's Real Techniques, does it have a number? Yeah, it's the Base Shadow Brush. That's what I'm using to blend it out. There we go, Base Shadow Brush. But yeah. Okay, and I'm going to go back and get that original brush I was using, the double-sided Eco, and touch Untame, and come back and deepen that outside, because I keep losing it, because I'm having to blend it in. And when you're working with pure pigments, that can happen sometimes too. You can either get way too strong or way too little. I would definitely suggest doing your concealer afterwards because of the fallout. If I hadn't been double tapping, I would have been fine. In between using my brushes, I am cleaning it out, and my clean sweep, which is just like I have 2 of these now. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to knock the camera. It's a color switch. Ulta has a version now too. It's in a square, not a round, and it's so you can go back and forth along one side. They call it, it's not a clean, and it's the Ulta brand, and it was like $9, and I almost ordered it, and I kind of am glad I didn't, because now I have 5 times the points, so I might just order it now. I want to see if it's the same kind of setup as this one. But back to the palette at hand. Apologize, you guys, this is getting long. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and hit New Wave, and I'm going to take the shader end, one drag, right, this, and bring that in on the inside of the eye. Ooh, look at that pigment. Same thing for the other side. Wow, that's some color. And then I'm with my finger going to hit electric. And electric and cube I find respond better to your fingers, the warmth in your fingers. And I'm just going to put this over the bridge where the two meet. Kind of just gently tapping it in. And like I said, those two I find do best with your fingers or if you foil them. I'm a finger kind of girl, but hey, if you want to foil it, go for it. I just, too much time in my mind, but... And I'm just doing it like a halo effect in the center, because I don't want to lose that orange, or the new wave, as they call it. Okay, now I'm going to take a clean brush. I'm going to take a small fluffy brush that I got from Equal Tools. It doesn't have a name. I wish they get better about putting names on these guys. It's really small compared to the double shader side. This is a double-sided shader fluffy. Look how tiny that is. I find that's good for working the inside corners and the upper brow. Now this really doesn't have a brow color, I'm going to be honest. It's hard to work with that into, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Edge and a touch of Dawn. Now I'm mixing these two colors, and I'm kind of placing it on my hand to get the worst of the pigment off, and then coming in on the inside corner of my eye just a little bit to bring that in. Again, touch Edge and Dawn, blending it a little bit in my hand and bringing it in. Doing it again. I'm just trying to fluff it up closer to that eyebrow to get some more color there. And I'm taking Dawn and taking it up into the actual eyebrow. I'm going to take Dawn on the other side and do the eyebrow thing, and then do the mixing again. You don't have to mix it. You could probably just take Dawn and then come back over Edge, but I kind of like taking that extra step and blending it because I find it works a little better. But if you want to do it quicker, you could just get away with just taking a double-sided fluffy, hitting Edge gently again, and kind of going over that to brighten it back up. Yeah, like that. Again, be careful not to overblend, because these guys just don't do well with overblending. That's one thing I will say. I gotta touch up my under makeup. Alright, for the under eye, I'm gonna take my Makeup Academy 311 Smudge Detailer Brush, which is still available at CVS. I'm going to hit Edge once and come underneath, just in the middle, and taking it out a little bit, and do the same on the other side. I'm going to make a comment. depending on how tall your face is, how thick you can make that line underneath. If you have a very long, narrow face, you can actually go pretty thick with the color underneath. Your face will balance it out. If you have a shorter face, you don't want to go too thick, because then all you do is shorten your face up and make it look squished. Just a little suggestion. Now I'm touching Untamed. I'm bringing it right here. On both sides. Now I'm smudging it in slightly. This side's a little harder because I have this mole here. I've had this mole longer than I care to count. But if I put the makeup on right, the mole disappears and you don't see it. I just got to make sure it doesn't go over the top of it. Alrighty, and then we're going to hit Axis. You know what, no, I have not used Axis this whole time, so I'm not going to. I'm going to save that for another look. We're just going to... I'm actually grab my flat shader brush from Juvia's Place, hit Untamed again. Just one tap. And I'm going to hit the outside of the eye and kind of drag down and away. There we go, that intensified that nicely. Outside of the eye, drag down and away from the nose. And I'm lifting my hand as I'm dragging out, so you're getting a very light look. I'm going to actually come in and use this as my eyeliner on the top. Bringing it over like that. Ooh, that looks great. Same thing here. Using it as my eyeliner. Sorry, you know how it is. You gotta be precise when you're doing something like this. Trying to talk at the same time has been an interesting situation. I make sure the two ends meet. Very nicely done. Alright, now the only thing else I would do would not be in this palette, and everybody knows I'm obsessed with a Stila glitter, so I'm actually gonna go get my glitter, gonna correct my under eyes, and I will be right back. I will put the glitter on screen, but I'm gonna correct off screen. You know how that is. Alright, be right back, you guys. See you in a minute. Hey, and we're back. I fixed my under eye. I will make one other suggestion. If you want to do your makeup and stuff afterwards, would probably be better. Should you have any fallout, like I said, there were a couple times I double tapped and single tapped, and then I wasn't tapping off. If you tapped off, you probably wouldn't have the fallout I did. It just takes longer to build a color, in my opinion. I would also suggest not wearing a good shirt or shirt you're gonna wear that day, because if you get it on your clothes, it does kind of like, it's pigment, so it gets on your shirt. So like I did it one day with a white shirt and realized my mistake very quickly afterwards. Alright, I'm going to take, now you can finish this up with deeper eyeliner or really good wing and mascara or false lashes if you choose. But I don't do the false lashes. One, they're a lot of work. Two, I found one of the few times I did, I felt like it damaged my real lashes, and I have decent lashes. I don't have absolutely great ones. I don't have really short ones. I have decent lashes, right in between. I have one sister who has lashes that most of us would kill for. She's got the, you know, long, black, thick lashes that models supposedly have, with they're adding all the fake lashes. She's got those. I hate her. I hate her! We all have our things we wish we had and don't. Anyways, let's get back to this tutorial. Sorry, I've been real chatty today. I'm going to take the Stila and Golden Goddess, and I'm just going to hit the inside corner where I put the two blended. And I'm just going to do a little bit in the corner because I don't want to do too much. Because I have this guy rolling right here, so you could skip this, like I said, and not do this. I'm just a blingy type of girl. The look looks great even without it. I mean, look at that green halo color. Like I said, if you use your fingers, and you could really even bring that green in more and deep pull more of that dark out. That's an option. A lot of people said my last one was really smoky and deep, so I was trying to go a little lighter this time. There we go. Just lightly, not a lot. The gold one is not as pigmented, of the Stilas, the Golden Goddess, as like the Rose Gold or Kitten Karma, which are very pigmented with glitter. This is thinner with glitter. So I kind of like it for going over like orangey colors because it still shows the color without taking over. Alrighty. Alright, we gotta do mascara and lip gloss. And this is already 20 minutes, so I'm gonna pause this, do my lips, mascara, come back for a final look. I'll be right back, you guys. Hey everybody, and we're back with the final look. I've got my mascara on, both top and bottom. You can see the look. I think it turned out pretty good. I've got a lipstick with a gloss over the top of it. I do suggest, if you really want to intensify this, to use, you know, you can foil it, but I found if I tap Magic Lumi on, most of us have this in our collection. If you don't, that's fine. But any kind of luminizer, put it on before you use your finger to pat it on. I didn't today, but I find it really intensifies it even more, especially for Cube. Cube really gets foiled out with this beautifully. But this is already luminous with a pink glow, so the Cube really takes it and just blows it up. But that's a little trick I found if you happen to have this, or any luminizer. I also have the Lorac one. I don't like it as much as this, but either one would do the same thing, or any other liquid luminizer. Then you pat it on top, it would really add to it. Shouldn't have to do that. I admitted that Cube is probably the weakest color in there, but I've been successful with everything else. Tell me what you think in the comments below if you would like another one. And if people say yes, I'll do a third one. There is a third look I've managed to pull out of there. It's more neutral, but it's pretty. It's very pretty. And like I said, just leave me a comment below. Well, until next time, y'all, remember, you do you. Bye.